birthday, it's your birthday, happy belated birthday, it's in the past, happy future birthday, it's in the future. My name is Lime Green, and guess what? A Nintendo Direct has just been announced. And you know what else? It's Mario's 40th anniversary. And you know what else? It's Pac-Man's 45th anniversary. And with those nuggets of wisdom, I can use those to crack open the Nintendo Direct and get the juices out from within. Oh, those wonderful Nintendo-y juices. So, we're on Wordle Unlimited. We're going to try and crack open Wordle while I'm telling you what's going to be in the next Nintendo Direct. Because I'm the best Nintendo informant and predictor. Of course, you know that. So we're going to guess. Really? Real? Realt? No, that's not a word. That's not a word, Lime Green. Rearn? That's a word. Learn. Learn, Lime Green, what words are. Oh, okay, now, for my first prediction, it's Mario's 40th anniversary. I just said that. I predict, because everyone's saying it's going to be like a pack, like the 35th, I predict something completely else. I predict it's going to be a new game. They're going to throw back to the original Super Mario Bros. It's going to be an HD 2D. So far, those have been only used in RPGs. Square Enix really likes those, right? So what if it's like HD 2D Super Mario Bros. Right? And everyone goes, wowee, wowee! I love 3D platformer, Super Mario Bros. That type of style. We haven't seen 2D Mario since Super Mario Bros. Wonder, which is like 2 years ago now. We're coasting along on, I guess, a high point for the series. So, it could be a nice time to reintroduce Super Mario Bros. With some added, I guess, modern elements. So that's my pitch. Back to Wordle. Seals. Okay. Now back to the Nintendo Direct. I predict. Well, here's the things what I predict will not be in there. No Animal Crossing. Why do I predict no Animal Crossing? I said that after last time with New Horizons that Animal Crossing kind of blew up during 2020 and they really want to take their time with the next one because they kind of want to predict or perfect their craft. If Animal Crossing bombs really hard next time, I'm not really sure what they'll do. Next, Kid Icarus. Uprising, kind of what is Sakurai's baby, and he's working with Kirby now. Kirby Air Riders. It would be kind of weird if they were just like, hey, let's do Kid Icarus Uprising. Sakurai, do you want to jump over and leave your project? That's weird. Or if they just make it behind his back, Xenoblade I put on here because we just got Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition earlier this year. Now, Monolith Soft, praise be to them. They have made Xenoblade Chronicles 2 while helping with Breath of the Wild. They are goats in the industry and so underrepresented and so looked down upon. I don't know, they are kind of not, I guess, cherished enough. I don't know what would be a good word for it. I feel like they could do it, but I'm 50-50 on it. They could appear. But back to Wordle. Wordle. Why is it such a word? Is Wordle... Hold on. Is Wordle an actual Wordle? You can't even put it in there. Tells you it's on the word list twice. Silly. Okay. Now, what I think may appear out of 3 IP, I feel like there won't be a new IP because we just got Dragon Drive, and Nintendo's like, well, we put out Dragon Drive and you guys didn't like it. Yeah, that's not up to us, So, if they're redoing or doing new stuff with an older IP, I think it'll be one of these 3. Wario Land, because we got Pizza Tower, Anton Blast, and there's been a lot of fan projects with Wario Land. Star Fox, we haven't seen Star Fox really since, well, 1 to 2 options. Star Fox 0 and Star Fox 2. And then we have Yoshi. Now Yoshi I kind of lump with Kirby because they kind of are both kind of monster-y guys who eat a lot, But Kirby kind of blew up a bit since... It's kind of hard to pinpoint. But I would say Kirby has far exceeded Yoshi. And Yoshi just kind of has to outgrow the yarn shell, I guess. He needs a good game without the yarn, because the last game was Yoshi's Crafted World, and the game before that was Woolly World. One of those games I think is gotta be in the next Nintendo Direct. Now let's go back to Wordle, because although people say Nintendo doesn't listen, I do believe they listen. Just takes them a while to actually follow through. What if this is silk? Sometimes you just have to, like, put random words in there until you find what letters you're playing with. Pooh! What if we do plume? Alright. I didn't really give us anything. Alright. Back to Nintendo Direct. I believe what games we're definitely seeing there is Rhythm Heaven, Tamagotchi Life, and Metroid Prime 4. You know, there's no arguments about that. I forget the release dates for Tamagotchi Life and Rhythm Heaven, but Metroid Prime 4, that's definitely one of those that has to come out this year, right? Right. We should really start. I don't know, what is this word? No A, no U. Here's an I. Sobble. Sobbing. Sobbed. Sewed. No E. Alright, back to the Nintendo Direct. This is getting dire. Now, what I do think is interesting is Next Level Games. They haven't been seen since they worked on Mario Strikers Battle League in 2022. I believe we could be seeing something from Next Level Games. If you don't know Next Level, they worked on Mario Strikers, Punch-Out Wii, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, Metroid Prime Federation Force. You know, they've had their hands in a little bit of everything. And it could be really interesting to see their next project. They're not, like, as big as, like, a Monolith Soft. Like, I really want to see, like, what they're working on next. But, like, they're really, like, underrepresented. Like, I really want to see. I know I'm seeing or saying underrepresented, like, a lot, but, like, you know, take the Federation Force out of their resume, and, you know, even though that was, like, a pretty, how do I say this, like, a good-looking kind of game, technically sound, but, you know, Dark Moon, you know, that was pretty good. Punch-Out Wii, you know, fantastic animations. They really know how to nail down animation and stuff. Mario Strikers Charged. People are still talking about the animation in that game. I'm curious to see their next project. Fire Emblem. That's I almost skipped over Fire Emblem. I am curious if Fire Emblem shows up in the Nintendo Direct. Normally it goes like, oh, Fire Emblem, Paper Mario. Fire Emblem, Paper Mario. For intelligent systems. And then there's the discussion if it'll be a remake or not. I want to say this is going to be like a full-blown actual thing. Because a lot of people weren't happy with Engage. I want to say this is like a full-grown, from the ground up, Fire Emblem. Because they still get those 3 houses players, in. Oh, okay. New idea. It's gonna be either like a from the ground up kind of game, or it's going to be like a 3 houses plus, whatever they add, like a DLC, like a Kirby Forgotten Land plus Starcross World or whatever. That's my Fire Emblem ideas. Now let's solve this Wordle, shall we? S. And then T. I. Still. Show me. Still. Spill. Skill. Oh, it's a skill issue.